look at it's jellyfish. I just got this mug a few days ago and I absolutely love it. For those who don't know, jellyfish are my favorite sea creatures. I mean, I love a lot of sea creatures, but jellyfish are my favorite. So, long time no talk. Yeah, it's been a while since I've really been on here and talked to you guys. I think the last video, actually don't really know what the last video was that I actually sat down and talked to you guys, and I don't know where I put my phone. Oh, it's over there. Let's see. The last video that I really talked to you guys with was maybe the Colorado travel vlog. There have been a few life changes in my life, but good changes. I'm doing really well. This semester has been insanely busy, but a good busy for me. For those who don't know, actually not many people know this, I always like to stay busy, and then I give myself like a 1 to 2 days rest, mostly on the weekends, to refresh and then regroup and get ready for the next week that comes up. But I love to stay insanely busy. Well, not insanely busy, but I like to stay busy because I'm the type of person where my brain needs to be constantly doing something, or else my mind kind of wanders, and then I feel like I have nothing really to do, and then I get bored really fast. So, yeah, so I've been staying busy. I've been busy with school, and I've been taking 4 classes. Yeah, I've been taking 4 classes. I've been taking biological anthropology, oceanography, political science, and dance. I love dance class. It's a great way to just de-stress and just dance and just have fun and not really have a care in the world while you're dancing. Political science has been, it's honestly not my favorite subject, but it is important because I have been learning about current events of what's been going on in the country and in the world, but specifically our country. I love oceanography. I absolutely love learning about the ocean, and it's a great class. I like it. It's not easy, but I do enjoy it. And then biological anthropology. See, that's been an interesting class. It hasn't been my favorite, but it's been interesting. It's just been a very confusing class for me, but I'm doing well in it, so I'm very happy for that. This semester is almost over, thank goodness. But the anthropology teacher, I've had him before because I've taken cultural anthropology. So I'm glad to have this teacher again because he's probably like one of my favorite teachers that I've had at this school. So I was glad to have him for a second time. I got my first job. I work at one of my favorite companies, like my all-time favorite companies. A lot of people weren't expecting me to go and get a job at this place, but I've had it in the back of my mind for a while that I've been wanting to apply there. So I work twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and it's a very physically demanding job, but I love it, and I look forward to work every day. Not every day, every time I go. I say not every day because I don't go every day, but I am excited for work every time I go. So it's been fun. I've been enjoying that, and then I've been volunteering once a week at one of my favorite institutions. The reason why I'm not like really telling the names is just out of privacy, but this institution, it's like Disneyland to me, basically. Like, I could spend all day there. So I absolutely love it. This also surprised a lot of people that I volunteer there, because I never saw it coming, but they don't know that ever since I was a little kid, I've been wanting to volunteer or work there. And one day I would like to have a future job there, so I have my foot in the door, so we'll see where I end up. Questions. So there have been specific friends and family that I have reached out to, asking them to ask me questions about CF or anything that I could cover or talk about on this channel, and a lot of them asked some really great questions. I won't be answering those in this video, but I do have a plan for all of those questions, but those videos won't be revealed until 2020 of some time. I don't know what month and I don't know what day, but sometime next year. But I do have an idea of how I'm going to do those videos and all that, just for family and friends who are wondering, because they asked a lot of really great questions. But there was a while ago on my channel, on my Instagram words, that I asked you guys to ask me, I think I said ask me any question, like, what'd I say? There have been a lot of high and low changes in my life. I wanted to do an honest and open video where I discuss these things. What questions do you have? No filter, please ask. So I received 3 great questions. But there were like, honestly, there are 3 great questions. So the first one was, are you happy? And I posted this on October 1st on my Instagram. And that question, I don't know why, but I had to think about that. Because oftentimes when there are a lot of like high and low changes in someone's life, especially mine, like especially like all that has happened this year, you know, not being able to return to Biola University, you know, God totally changing my path and everything like that, it can get hard. And there were times I was not happy, I can definitely admit and say that. And honestly, it did take time for me to be happy with where I'm at, because, you know, I thought I wanted to be at Biola. I thought that was where I was supposed to be. I thought all these things of what I thought was best, but I didn't realize and open my eyes to see what God was already doing in my life right now. So there were moments where I wasn't happy, but am I currently happy? Yes, I am. I'm really happy, yeah. And then my dear friend Sarah asked me, in what areas of your life have you been resisting God? So I kind of started to answer this in the last question, but you know, this one I honestly didn't really know how to answer when I first got it. But when I went back down to Biola, when I went to Disneyland last month, it was weird going to Biola. It was honestly completely weird being at Biola, because it wasn't my school anymore. It was my school for a year, and it was home for a year. And when I went back down to visit, I could totally see that having me come home and go back to community college and kind of have my life shift completely is what needed to happen. You know, when I was visiting, or before I went to visit, I kept asking God, I'm like, you know, why did this happen? Like, I wanted to stay at Biola. I wanted this, I wanted this, I wanted this. And I was just like, you know, I'm fed up with you, God. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? And then I go back down to Biola to see my friends and go to Disneyland, and I'm looking around and I'm like, you know, Biola was great for a year, and I'm like, but I can tell this is not where I'm supposed to be anymore. And I could just hear God say, you know, I provided you this for a year. I gave you this for a year. But look at how much I'm giving you back at home. Look at all these opportunities that I'm providing for you now. And I was like, dang. So I was definitely resisting God and his plan and what he had for me, because I thought I knew it all, but I didn't. And then someone asked about the place that I volunteer at. She was actually on my list for recommendation for the interview process. Yeah, at this place that I volunteer at, you can't just like willy-nilly sign up and say, yeah, I want to volunteer. No, there's an interview process. It's a whole process. And apparently they're very selective. That's what I've heard, that they're very selective. So I'm very blessed to be volunteering where I'm volunteering at. It's, oh my gosh, the day that I get to go and volunteer is my favorite day of the week. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. So future plans for this channel. So a lot of videos I have right now, they're just very creatively minded. I'm just trying out a few things. I'm honestly trying to push myself to do things I've never done before. I haven't really talked about CF in a while on this channel. I think the last time I really talked about it was when I was hospitalized earlier this summer. But besides that, I haven't really talked about it a lot. My health is doing fine, but I just haven't really felt inspired to talk about CF lately. But next year I will have a few videos put out where I talk about specific things. But the big thing that I will be working on is a little mini documentary series about the new CF medication that is going to be life-changing and already has been life-changing for a lot of CFers and probably will be for myself. It is called Trikafta. It is going to help with, it will help 90% of the CF population, which is huge. And this medication, it's been 40 years in the making. So it's a huge breakthrough. It's probably as close as we'll get to a cure right now. And I mean, it's not a cure, but it's as close as we're gonna get to a cure for now. But I will be talking about Trikafta more in that documentary series, how it affects me. I'll be documenting for basically the effects, for how it affects me for maybe 30 days, maybe more. I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be filming this documentary series. But I'm excited because obviously documentaries are my favorite genre and it's what I want to do. So I think this will be a good trial and error and see what I can do with this. So it's kind of going to be an experiment process for me, but also to tell a story in a way that I haven't told before. So I'm really excited for this. I'm going to be showing a lot more CF, more than I've ever shown before. And I'm a little bit nervous for this documentary series just because I am going to be showing a different side of myself, like more of the emotional, vulnerable side, showing some of the painful moments, exciting moments, a lot of things. But the reason why I want to do this is just because there's a lot to CF that people don't see or that people don't know. And there are moments that I don't allow people to see just because I don't want them to really see how CF affects me sometimes, which is not the greatest thing to do, but it's just sometimes I just don't want to be seen in that way. But I think for myself and for others, I think this will be a really important and eye-opening series for me to do. So that's all that I have for this recap, but if you guys have any questions about CF that you want me to cover, if you guys want to see any certain videos, please comment it below because I want to try to make those. I want to push myself to make them if I've never made it before, or see what I can do with a video like that. So please comment them below. I would love to have some ideas, because I'm really excited for where this is headed. And yeah, I'm really excited for how things are going right now and where things are headed. And I'm excited to share all these different adventures and all these different special moments with you guys. So that's it for my little chit chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week.